Foul on number 2, Trey Christensen, his first.
Trey Christensen, the one who fouls him.
This game has been really aggressive thus far. A lot of inside, hand fighting.
Both teams looking very hard to get a rebound. Number 2, Trey Christensen with the rebound, gives it to number 4, Drake. Misses the layup. Lone Peak rebound. Lone Peak passing the ball all around the top. Gives it into the corner to number 15, Jared Ford.
Rebound by number 1, Grego.
Gives it to Jared McGregor. Gives it back up to Austin White. Looking for an open man. Gives it to Cooper. Shoots a 3. It's no good.
Trey Christensen with the rebound.
Number 2, Trey Christensen, looking to set up a play. Gives it to Jared McGregor, number 1. Gives it to the man in the corner, number 20. Gives it to the other corner, number 2. Gives it back to Drake in the other corner. Westlake gets another rebound and puts it back up. Score 4-2, Thunder winning. So Dalman, what do you think of the game so far right now?
It's got a good flow, pretty aggressive thus far, but Westlake doing a good job of making that extra pass so they can put it up and in.
Playing very good on the defense, forcing Lone Peak to miss a lot of their shots. Missing 2 in a row. Westlake gets the rebound in the last one.
That foul on number 24, Josh Jackson, his first. Team foul number 2.
I was told to be more loud, but here we go. Back to number 1, McGregor. Passes it back. Gives it to 2 in the corner. Trey Christensen. Seems the whistle is blown.
Foul on number 5 for Lone Peak, Noah Smithson.
Foul on number 5 for Lone Peak, Noah Smithson.
Team foul number 3 in the game thus far.
The ball for Westlake.
Number 4, Drake Allen off the inbound pass.
Pass score 6-2. Westlake winning with 4 minutes 50 seconds.
Rebound.
This is number 3, Austin White. Drives in the lane, shoots the tough shot, and gets fouled on the way.
Austin White will be at the line, shooting 2.
Shooting 2.
That foul on number 30, Corbin Zittler, his first. Team foul number 4.
Number 30, Corbin Zittler, fouls on the way.
First one good for number 3, Austin White, puts out 1-1.
Second was no good, Lone Peak rebound. Number 40, Corbin Zittler with the ball.
5-second violation, Thunder ball.
Lone Peak right now, they're just not really looking on their game. Just a lot of undisciplined moves right now with the fouls and then that half-court violation there you saw.
Not playing amazing defense, leaving men wide open. Number 20, Cooper makes the 3 with a lot of pressure right in his face. Lone Peak calls their first time out of the game.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Thunder Band.
Thunder up 10-2 with 4:14 left to go in the first quarter.
Thunder Band will be performing here in a second.
Westlake right now, they have full control of the game. They have the momentum right now. And you see Lone Peak's really playing on the edge of their heels right now, forcing that timeout after those crucial errors. And you just can't have those if you want to win a game like this, especially in an environment like this.
very sloppy, causing a lot of fouls, and at the end of the quarter, right before that timeout, the 5-second violation.
Exactly.
Can Lone Peak get it under control? That's the question for the rest of this half. 4 minutes, 14 seconds remaining. Score 10-2, Thunder up.
Out of bounds. Lone Peak ball.
Lone Peak keeps the ball. There we go. It's kind of hard to see what they're doing, so I'm just going to watch it. Tough shot doesn't go in. Westlake rebound. Drake with the ball at the top of the key. 2 steps behind the 3-point line. Passes it to number 3. Back to McGregor. This is the screen from Cooper. Cooper passes it to the corner. Shoots a 3. No good.
Out of bounds. Lone Peak ball.
Lone Peak crowd saying air ball when I clearly saw it touch the net.
John Haskett.
Lone Peak just really looking for a spark and momentum right now, resorting to any method necessary.
Any spark of momentum would help them right now, but as Westlake is up 8 points, it seems to be doing nothing. Lone Peak making their first shot in a while,
15, Jackson
right
Pollard.
underneath the hoop. Westlake bringing it down the court. You see Drake in the corner. Gives it to McGregor in the other corner. Gives it back to Cooper. This is number 3, driving the ball. Makes the well played offensive play. Score 12-4, Thunder winning by a lot.
Westlake making that extra pass consistently to get those buckets in.
Yeah. Sometimes that one extra pass is what you need to get the 2 points, and points is what wins the game.
Foul call on number 4, Drake Allen, his first. 2-foul number 2. In for the Thunder, number 24, Hayden Fury.
Fury into the game.
Hunter Horneman in for Lone Peak. Out of bounds, Thunder ball.
Goes out of bounds after the shot, Thunder ball. Lone Peak playing some full court press right now. Gets the ball after a long trade. That's the type of momentum that the Knights want right now.
It's Jackson Pollard for you.
Westlake can stop this. Still playing full court press. Knights foul.
That foul on number 10, Sean Haskett. His first. Team foul number 5.
It wouldn't work when we plugged it into the other one.
Pass back into number 3, Austin White, trying to take it down the field. Half-court press. McGregor's 3-point.
Tough corner 3. Shot no good.
That foul on number 24, Josh Jackson, his second. Team foul number 6.
That is 16 fouls for the Knights.
Thunder inbound. Irvin Zittner back in.
Okay. Westlake scoring again. McGregor with the shot. Score 15-7 with 1:48 left in the quarter. Thunder winning, of course. Number 15 of Lone Peak drives.
loses the ball in transition. Let me see this. Number 30, Corbin Zenner, passing the ball in for Lone Peak. Oh, the monster rejection by Drake gets the foul. Number 15, Jackson Pollard, shooting the shots.
Crowd says otherwise on that foul.
Drake seeming to be mad over that foul, thinking that it was all ball. Jackson Pollard making the first shot. Number 5, Braden Fawcett coming in for Westlake. Shoots the shot, and it's good. Number 3, Austin White going down the court. Lone Peak still playing full court press. A very effective defense at the lower levels. You'll see it a lot. Number 5, Noah Smithson with the foul. Westlake is in bonus now, so they will be shooting free throws. It's 1-1. Makes the first one, so he'll get to shoot a second one. Makes the second one. That's too good for McGregor. Score 17-9 with 1:30 left in the half. Or in the quarter, my bad. Lone Peak's defense being a little better, but Westlake's still in the lead.
Just missed it. Bucket in.
Knights scoring again.
17-11.
Lone Peak still with the full court press. But Westlake still getting it down under the basket. Goes out of bounds, Westlake ball.
1:04 left to go in the quarter. Number 3, Austin White to pass it in.
Number 3, Austin White inbounding the ball for Westlake. Gives it to 1, Jared McGregor. Gives it back to Austin. Traveling called on Austin White. Lone Peak, ball again. Number 30, Corbin Zenner, taking the ball back down the court. Gives it to number 15, who shoots the 3. No good. Westlake rebound. Jared McGregor bringing the ball down the court. Gives it to Trey Christensen in the paint. Gives it back to Austin White. No good. Lone Peak rebound. Jared Pollard. Gives it back to number 30, Corbin Zenner. Gives it 10 on the wing. Seth Haskett. Gives it back to Corbin. Out to Hunter. Corbin seeming to be their main ball handler. Shoots the 3 with 2 men in his face. No good. Trey Christensen with the rebound. Austin shooting the buzzer beater, makes the shot. Score 19-11, Thunder winning at the end of the quarter. Any thoughts on that past quarter and the type of energy Westlake's bringing to stay in lead in this game?
You know it's great. You know the crowd bringing that energy that you spoke of. And Westlake's just playing a more disciplined game. They're making that extra pass that I mentioned before, and they're just not making those fouls. You can see they're in the bonus. Westlake does have 3 team fouls compared to the 7 of Lone Peak, so that could be a factor going late into this second quarter.
Lone Peak going on a small run, starting off with just 2 points, now up to 11, but still falling short to Thunder's 19.
All right, we will be back right after this performance by the Westlake cheer team.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Westlake cheer. Once again, we would like to wish you good luck at Nationals in 2 weeks in California.
Even if I'm taking the lead and you're on the side, you can still talk some more. It doesn't have to just be me doing play-by-play.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Westlake leading 19-11 start of the second quarter. White gets it down to McGregor, gets it back up top to number 20, Cooper Madsen, taking it out to the left, passing it out to the left corner, Austin White. Getting it back up to the left, Madsen trying to reset, drives into the paint, gets it back out to Christensen, backs it up to the top to White. Shot up and no good. Rebound Madsen. Foul called. Against Lone Peak, 8th team foul. Bonus does grant a 1-and-1 foul shot.
Westlake shooting.
Westlake an above average free throw shooting team. We'll have to see how it factors late in this game. It's one thing I've learned over the years is that free throws can either make or break the end of the game as the shot is up and falls.
Score 20-11, Thunder still in the lead.
Madsen shot up and good. Gets them both the fall. Nice piece of shooting there. Lone Peak's number 30, Zentner gets down. Jackson Pollard, right wing, gets back up to Zentner, resetting. Getting it out to the right side and back. Foul called offensively. Westlake ball.
Westlake keeping up the pressure, not playing a full court press like Lone Peak was a minute ago, but still playing good defense nonetheless.
Exactly. Christensen getting it into White. Trying to make him play, get it out to Madsen at the top. Christensen at the top. Puts it down the right side. Up to the top check, Christensen, pump fake, gets it up to Madsen, takes the three, up, and no good. Off the back of the rim, foul called against
Westlake.
Lone Peak ball.
Number 10 inbounding the ball for Lone Peak.
Zentner getting it down, calling a play. Westlake calling its own defense. Still trying to find a route. Gets it down to the left wing. Number 5, Smithson. Gets it back to Zentner at the top, driving in. Getting it back out to the right, bottom corner. Pollard driving it in. Getting it back out.
Westlake giving them no lanes
Pollard
to drive
shot,
into.
Pump fake into the paint. Puts it up and no good. A little scrum down in the middle. Foul called against Westlake. Jackson Pollard put it up and he will be shooting free throws.
After blocking the ball by Westlake, of course. Second one in this game.
Pollard. You know, Jackson Pollard is actually being looked at statewide. He's a household name here in Utah as his first shot falls in. You know, he was kind of considering going to Utah State, you know, considering a couple of the smaller schools. And I don't know if he's fully committed yet, but he's definitely being looked at. One of the household names, as I mentioned, in Utah as he gets a second shot to fall as well.
Lone Peak seeming to be a good team, still playing full court press, but Westlake beating it nonetheless.
Gregor, 3 up and no good. Wide open there, got to hit those shots. His rebound by number 5, Smithson, gets it down to 15, Jackson Pollard going down the field. Shot up by Smithson, up and good. Nice piece of shooting there, nice extra pass to get that open shot. Thunder now leading 21-16 with 6:20 left to go in the second quarter. Full court press not working as they get it back out to White, who gets it down the court. Going all the way in, shot up and no good. Put back up by Christensen. Nice little bit of passing there off the backboard to get a nice end in 23-16. Lone Peak going quick and they get it up. Number 5, Smithson. Got down the floor quick and was able to put it up and put another 2 points on the board. Both teams going quick here. Ball in the middle.
Lone Peak wanting a travel call.
Also Set things. He gets it off to Christensen at the top of the key. McGregor, right wing. Fawcett down the left corner, trying to make something happen. White back up to the 3. Going into the paint, back out to Fawcett. 3 up and good. Gets it to fall, a couple bounces off the rim. And that is another 3 for Westlake. 26-18 to go with 5:20 left to go in the second quarter. Apologies.
Westlake still in the lead, still playing good defense, but Lone Peak starting to score a little now.
Zentner trying to reset. Gets it down to Pollard, calling another play, trying to get the inside move, gets a pick, read well by Westlake. Gets an inside spin move, shot up and shot good. Nice little bit of footwork there by Jackson Pollard. 26-20 Lone Peak. Still getting that full court press to get it down the field to Christensen. Blocking foul called on Lone Peak.
The Lone Peak fans not happy about that one.
Neither is Pollard, who the foul was against. That is the 9th team foul against the Knights.
Westlake still in bonus, so they'll be shooting.
We're in the double bonus. At the line, we have number 2.
Correction, 10th team foul, making it the double bonus now for Westlake. Trey Christensen's first shot up and no good. Bounced off the back of the iron.
Still has the second one to make it. It's not 1-1, so he gets to shoot both, no penalty.
For sure. Westlake sending 2 down to the other side of the court as the second shot is up and good. Gets it to fall. Trey Christensen
makes the second one. It's good. Score 27-20. Thunder in the lead.
Getting down the court, getting it to Smith, and he gets it inside. Inside move, up and no good. Foul called against Westlake's number 20, Cooper Matson.
That foul on number 20, Cooper Matson, his first.
That was Lone Peak's number 40, Cameron Brimhall. Down in the paint and drawn that foul. And now at the line. 16th foul against Westlake. First shot off the iron, no good. No, Westlake, is playing really aggressive defense right now. You see Lone Peak having to make some nice moves to try and get inside as the second shot gets to fall. But Westlake's playing tight coverage, tight defense against this stingy Lone Peak attack.
Shutting down lanes, too, so they can't drive in. Having to shoot tough three-pointers.
Madison gets out to Fossa on the left wing. And back up to White. Covered by Zentner. Gets it up, shot up, and off the glass. Good. Great piece of work there by White to get it to fall. 29-21 with 4:20 to go left in the second quarter. Passing back out at the top. Lone Peak passing it around. Trying to make something happen. Pick called. Not working red well. Pollard 3 up and good. Jackson Pollard, that's why you see, that's why he's known around Utah. He can make plays. 29-24, Westlake.
Westlake attacking hard. Kind of slowing it down, shooting a 3. It's no good. Lone Peak rebound.
Full court pass, and it's caught and dropped by Smith, and ball on the ground. Foul called against Westlake's number 3, Austin White, as he made a diving attempt to go for the ball. And the Westlake side of things is not happy about that call.
Number 3, Austin White, his first, team foul number 7.
His team foul puts Lone Peak in the bonus, the 17th foul against Westlake. Lone Peak's number 5, Noah Smithson at the line.
Making the first one. Score 25-29. Knights making somewhat of a comeback. Making the second one as well. Bringing it up to 26. Thunder still in the lead, but the Knights are closing the gap.
Westlake looking to reset as Christensen pass it into White at the other side of the court. Got 2 in the bottom left corner there. McGregor out to Matson at the top. Gets it out to McGregor, back out on the right wing. Takes a deep 3, shot up and shot no good. Bounced off the right side of the rim. Rebound by number 15, Jackson Pollard, taking it down the court.
Westlake almost lives and dives by the 3.
Brimhall puts it up, shot good. Midway between the paint and the 3-point line. That was a nice piece of passing to get that open shot. Westlake leading 29-28 now. Lone Peak has quickly closed this gap as halftime approaches. Gets it inside to Matson. Open shot layup. Good. Nice read there to get the open man down the lane. Zentner taking the ball back down the court, getting it to Pollard at the top, trying to make a move, still not finding a lane there.
Lone Peak having a tough time trying to drive to the basket because of Westlake's tight defense, kind of spreading it out.
Brimhall driving in around Madsen, shot up, shot no good off the back of the iron. Rebound recovered, scrum, and foul is called against Westlake's number 2, Christensen. Questionable call there. It looked like it was just a normal grab for the ball, and
seems Westlake's going to be shooting because we're in bonus.
this was against Lone Peak. Okay.
They had multiple men on our one guy.
Okay. Anyway, Christensen shooting 2. It's hard to tell who that was on there. It's just a big scrum down there in the paint.
Missing the first one, hoping he can make him the second one. Widen the gap, score 31-28. Thunder still in the lead, but Knights still closing that gap.
Hayden Fury checks in for number 20, Cooper Madsen. Christensen second shot up, rattles in and out, rebound by number 40, Brimhall. Pollard taking the ball down the court, moving right to left. Getting it out to the left to Haskett, who passes it back out to the top to Zentner, resetting the play. White putting tight coverage on him. Joe's trying to make an inside move to Pollard, who gets it. Passes it back out to Haskett, who shoots a 3 and no good. Covered by Pollard, who looks to go straight under the basket, no good. Rebound recovered, and White takes it back down the field, got numbers, still trying to go down the field. Foul called against Westlake. Traveling call.
Westlake not happy about that call.
Not traveling, correction, offensive push-off. And Haskell will pass it into Zentner. Westlake's 8th team foul of the half. 2:13 left to go. Westlake leading 31-28. Both teams having a scoring drought within the past minute and a half.
Knights bringing it back after a large deficit early in the first quarter.
Zentner takes the ball down, gives it out to Haskett. Passing it inside to Pollard. Dribbling around Christensen, makes a double move, shot up, and shot good. Great piece of footwork there. He's able to put it up and get points on the board. And this is a 1-point game now. Westlake hasn't, they haven't had that, that spark that they had in the first quarter. Gets it down in the corner to Christensen.
Lone Peak almost stealing that spark we had. Making good shots and playing better defense. Westlake almost slacking on their defense.
Fawcett in the corner trying to find the inside man. Gets it out to Christensen. The top takes a 3 and shot good.
Widens that gap. Score 34-30.
That is one way to get the crowd back in the game. Pollard takes a 3, not even close. Pollard gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good. Recovery Christensen trying to get back down the field. Joe McGregor 1v2, makes it behind the basket. Dribble, gets it up, foul called, and shot no good.
A nice move, getting the crowd oohing and on. Shooting 2.
Foul on number 30, Corbin Zentner, his second.
Yeah, I like what you said there. He did have great footwork, great handling there. It was a 1v2, and he still found a way to put it up. Even though the shot wasn't good, he still drew the foul there.
Girls at the scores table, please.
Lone Peak's full court press not doing much on our faster players.
Westlake shooting 2.
Making the first one. Bringing the score up to 35-30. Thunder still up.
1:08 remaining till halftime. Westlake leading 35-30. McGregor about to attempt his second free throw. Shot is up and shot is good. Gets in the fall. Westlake leading 36-30. Zentner trying to reset now for the Knights as they go back down the court. Gets the inside lane, going up, shot no good. Fouled hard there by Westlake's number 23, Kobe Shaw. One of 3 juniors actually on this Westlake roster. This Westlake team is a very experienced team full of mostly seniors, save for 3 juniors and a sophomore.
Those 3 juniors and the sophomore definitely deserve to be on the team, though. Working very hard to get here.
Zentner's first free throw up and good. 36-31 Thunder. 59 seconds remaining until halftime. I'd like to thank you all for joining us tonight for this live broadcast of Lone Peak versus Westlake basketball. Second shot is up and good. 36-32. Inbound to White. Olympic still full court pressing. Gets it out to Fawcett's. Trying not to get that 5-second violation. Gets it into Christensen, who finds an open man to McGregor in the corner. Shot up and shot no good. Bounced off the rim. Foul called on
Westlake
against Westlake.
Knights in bonus now, so they'll be shooting. Hayden Fury, the one they called it on.
Hayden Fury, a multi-sport athlete, actually committed to Utah football just earlier this week. Interesting to see how it goes. Wish the best for him in wherever he goes and what sport he pursues. Olympics number 2, Hunter Hanneman, attempting free throws now as the first shot is up and the first shot is good. You know, like I said, there's been a lot of fouls in this game, meaning there's been a lot of free throws. Both teams got into the bonus early, and second shot is good. So you see, this will be a game of free throws, you know. How many points at the charity stripe can you get?
Well, with a lot of sloppy play and a lot of aggressiveness, that leads to a lot of fouls, which is what we've seen. Both teams playing very aggressive, but a little sloppy.
White up top of the key, trying to get it in, pass deflected, recovered by number 30. Gets it down to Haskett. Tripping, slipping, gets it up, and good. Nice little layup there. Was able to weave through 2 Westlake
tying the
defenders
game.
and put it up 36-36. 15 seconds left to go in the half. Trying to get the last shot. Jared McGregor barking out the call. Gets to Christensen at the right wing. Going against Pollard, sets the pick. Trying to get it out. Shot McGregor on the left wing. Up and good!
It's good!
3 seconds left to go in the half. Westlake has to put a shot. Hanneman puts up the heave, and it's no good.
Score 39-36. Westlake still in the lead, getting awfully close as the Knights bring it back.
We'll take a short break. We'll join you right back for halftime analysis.
At this time, we'd like to recognize our winners sport. First off, these young ladies had a minimum of 3.0 or 3.9 GPA, and they're all members of the varsity teams in their respective areas. Our first member of our winter sports board is Abby Fairborn. Abby is the daughter of Clint and Tina Fairborn. Abby is being escorted tonight by her father, Clint. Abby has been a part of the girls' varsity tennis team for the past 4 years, serving as the spirit captain for the past 2 years. Abby tried out for tennis as a freshman when she wanted to try something new, and knew that she really loved the sport and her teammates, and completed 4 seasons. Abby in her spare time enjoys drawing, going to sporting events, and having a great time hanging with her friends. She cries when she laughs and loves dogs, especially hers. If she could do anything she wanted, she would go skydiving and go to Hawaii. After graduation, Abby is going to Southern Utah University to major interior design, as she is far enough from home to be on her own, but close enough to come home often. Her cumulative GPA is a 3.98. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Abby Fairborn. Next we have Ryan Fulmer. Ryan is the daughter of Lane and Denise Fulmer. Ryan is being escorted tonight by her father, Lane. She has played for the girls' varsity basketball team for the past 4 years. She started playing basketball at the age of 4 and has loved it ever since. Ryan was awarded the Coach G Memorial Tournament MVP and All-Tourney 2018. Ryan has loved playing with her team and coaches and is grateful for the time they have had together as a team. In her spare time, she likes to pet dogs and watch The Office. If she could do anything, she would travel around the world with her friends and family. After graduation, she plans on attending San Diego State University because it's by the beach and has a great campus. Her studies will be in marine biology. Her cumulative GPA is a 3.99. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ryan Fulmer. Next we have Abby Jensen. Abby is the daughter of Will and Paula Jensen. Tonight, Abby is being escorted by her father, Will. Abby played many sports as a girl, including soccer and basketball, but didn't start running until high school, when the Lundgren twins dragged her to a practice. It didn't take long for her to fall in love with racing. She loves how every day is a chance to push her limits and see she is capable of. Abby is going to attend Utah State University next year on an academic and athletic scholarship. She chose Utah State because she loves the campus team and coaches. She is so excited to run as an Aggie. She plans to major in statistics so far in her high school career. Abby has been a 3-time state champion in track, holding 2 6A state records and 4 school records. 2-time runner-up during cross country and a sub 5-minute miler. She led the girls cross country team to a 3rd place finish in state, the best finish of a Westlake cross country team ever. Abby enjoys swimming, sewing, hiking, drawing, laughing at her own jokes. She is the oldest of 4 kids that you can count on 2 hands, and she absolutely loves spending time with her family. If she could do anything, she would work for the FBI. She would be a great spy and could run away from all the bad guys. Her cumulative GPA is a 4.0. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Abby Jensen. Next we have Maren Lauder. She is the daughter of Ed and Cindy Lauder. Maren is competing right now at the state competition. Thank you, Isaac, for stepping in. Maren has been a member of the varsity swim team for the past 4 years and has served as the captain this past year. She is awarded a member of the academic all-state team, placed 12th overall in the 500 regions this past season, and is currently at the state competitions. Swimming runs in the family of the Lauders, and Maren loves to swim. In her spare time, she likes to draw, read, bike, water ski, and snow ski. She is currently serving as a senior class secretary and working as a lifeguard at the Lehigh Rec Center. If she could do anything she wanted, she would build a cabin in the mountains and go hiking and biking to Moab. Maren is planning to further education at the University of Utah in the medical field. Her cumulative GPA is a 4.0. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Maren Lauder. Next is Roxana Mortensen. Roxana is the daughter of Ron and Jill Mortensen. Roxana is being escorted by her father, Ron. She has been swimming for the Thunder for the past 3 years and is currently serving as a captain and placed 10th in the breaststroke regions this season. Roxana chose swimming to meet people, to be challenged physically and mentally. It is a great stress reliever for her as well. When she is not swimming, she is competing in piano since she was 5 years old. Roxana enjoys pickleball, hiking in the high Uintas, playing cards and games, and quoting movies with her friends and families. She is a lifeguard for the Lehigh Rec Center for 3 years and completed an EMT class this past fall. Roxana plans on attending Dixie State for the warmer weather and the outdoor activities and continuing her education in the medical field. Her cumulative GPA is a 3.93. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Roxana Mortensen. Next we have Tana Shoemaker. She's the daughter of Timothy and Tina Shoemaker. She's been escorted tonight by her father, Timothy. She has danced for the Westlake drill team for the past 4 years. She is awarded a member of the academic all-state team for 2018-19. Tana is also serving as the captain for the drill team and received an invitation to try out for the all-state drill team. She loves to dance, be a part of the competitive team, and represent Westlake High School. She thinks surfing a wave of lava would be sick, but unrealistic, so she would love to travel the world and visit the Netherlands where her grandmother was born. In her spare time, she enjoys being outside and spending time with those she loves. She has not decided on her college yet, but does know she wants to attend and serve a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Her cumulative GPA is a 4.0. Ladies and gentlemen, Tana Shoemaker. Ladies and gentlemen, this year at Westlake, we have the most people vote that we have ever had. And yet still, we ended up with a tie. We will be crowning 2 queens this evening. Walker, drum roll please. Coach Kip and Coach Burrows, would you please go crown our 2 queens? Abby Jensen and Tana Shoemaker, you are our winter sports queens. Congratulations to all of our court. We would like to thank all of our top athletes as well as our Thunder Events crew for their help in our winter sports royalty. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2018-19 Winter Sports Court. Give them a hand, guys. Welcome back to Westlake Thunder.
Someone in the classroom? Huh? Someone is Keaton in the classroom?
I think Keaton and Mr. Pickett are in the classroom right now. He did? Oh. Aiden's probably in there too.
Can you tell him to come open the door for me? I gotta go get an SD door.
Tell them. Come open the door for Cole. He needs to get an SD card. Send Aiden or Keaton, either one of you. You want to give the intro? You do the intro, I'll do the recap.
Welcome back to Westlake Basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Joined alongside Cameron Gray, I'm Cole Whiffen, and we've had a spectacular game thus far. First of all, we'd like to thank you for tuning into Thunder Vision to watch our live stream right now. And Cameron, what have you seen so far?
So far, it's been a pretty exciting game on both ends. Just both team playing exciting defense and exciting offense. The Lone Peak with their full court press, trying to stop Westlake before they even get to their own side. And Westlake not having it, still in the lead, 39-36. A minute left in this halftime. Lone Peak playing tough offense as well. Go from a large deficit to only 3 points behind.
I like what you said there. It's also a very emotional game. You know, there's been a lot of fouls, a lot of, aggressiveness that you've seen thus far. And it's cost the teams. It's put both teams in the bonus early. So we'll have to see how that factors down the stretch, the late stretch.
As you said, both teams playing very scrappy and very aggressive, which ends up in a lot of fouls. Both teams ending up in bonus very fast. Will the game be as chippy during the second half? That's what we're here to find out.
Exactly. We'd like to give another quick thank you to Thunder Vision. If you're not, please tune into Thunder Vision every Friday for weekly videos that promote Westlake. I would like to thank the whole broadcasting crew that's down here, staying for numerous hours on end to provide such a great experience for not only us, but you at home as the viewer as well. So thank you all for your continued support, and I'd like to thank everyone down here as well.
Special thanks to Aiden and both Keaton. Both of them staying here for a long time. Can we talk now? Let's get closer. So we're not allowed to speak?
Are the Acres allowed to speak? Over.
little bit of technical issues there, ladies and gentlemen, but nothing to stop this great live broadcast of the game. Westlake leading 42-38. Lone Peak moving left to right on the radio dial now. Zentner gets it down to number 5, Smithson. Shot up Brimhall, no good. Rebound.
Lone Peak with the inbound, gives it to number 30. Walking up at the top. Giving it back to 24 in the corner. Westlake playing nice defense right now. 15 shooting a tough 3, but it's no good, and Westlake gets the rebound. Number 3, Austin White, dribbling the ball down the court, giving it back to Cooper Matson. Shoots the tough 3, no good. Number 30, Corbin, bringing it back down the court for Lone Peak. Giving it up to the corner. Dribbling it around, giving it back to 24, Josh Jackson. Lone Peak slowing it down, trying to get something working for them. Dribbling it back down, passing it out to the 3. It's no good. Lone Peak gets the rebound. 30 tries again, no good again. Offensive foul on Lone Peak. Basket, no good. Westlake inbounding the ball. Number 2, Trey Christensen, giving it to 3, Austin White. Dribbling it down the court. Giving it to number 4, Drake. And back out to 3. Gets blocked, but also fouled.
Number 40, Cameron Brimhall there on the foul for Lone Peak. Second team foul. White goes to the line, was in the act of shooting, so he will shoot 2.
The Thunder crowd loving what they see, holding up those W's. Goes in and out, unlucky roll for Westlake. Score 42-38, Westlake still up. Second one no good again, but Westlake getting the rebound. Holding the ball, trying to slow things down. Lone Peak still playing tight defense on each man. Number 1, Jared McGregor in the corner, driving in, passes it back out to number 20, Cooper. No good, but gives it back to number 2, Trey Christensen, right underneath the hoop, making the basket. Score 44-38, Thunder back up ahead. Number 5, Noah Smithson, giving it up. Corbin Zenner back with the ball at the top of the key, passing it out to Jackson Pullard. Giving it back to Corbin, shoots the 3, and it's good. 44-41, Knights catching up, but Thunder still in the lead. Number 1, Jared McGregor, giving it up to Austin White. Back out to Drake in the corner. Jared McGregor with the ball again, passing it to Austin White again. Austin White shooting, but gets called for the travel.
And for Lone Peak, we have number 10, Haskett.
Costly turnover there. Really need to make it a 2-position game there to keep this powerful Lone Peak attack at bay.
Needing to slash at the defense even more because the full court press not as effective right now. Westlake getting by it almost every time. But both teams playing tough defense right now. Number 30, Corbin Zetner, giving it to 10. Sean Haskett giving it back to 30. Noah Smith passing. Good ball movement by Lone Peak right now. Shoots the tough baseline jumper, and it's no good. Drake with the rebound, running it down the court. Giving it back to Trey. Out to Cooper, makes a tough shot, gets the and one. Another foul by the Knights.
That foul on number 40, Brimhall. Get a second.
Third Knights Knights team foul of the half. Just under 4 minutes left to go in this quarter.
The Knights with 3 fouls and Thunder with none so far in the half. Cooper missing the free throw, no good. Lone Peak with another foul. Austin White not happy about it.
Have you ever had the concessions here at the game?
Oh, yes, the concessions here are amazing.
I'll have to try it sometime. So I've never tried it.
One could say they're a little overpriced, but that's for a sports game.
Typical.
But me, I always like to get myself a hot dog and a good Powerade. Being up here talking, you need something to hydrate yourself. Lone Peak with good ball movement once again. Number 40, Cameron Brimble, making a tough shot.
Isn't Gatorade our school sponsor?
I think they were for a little bit.
We'll just say Gatorade to be safe.
Gatorade is quality drink. Number 1, Jared McGregor, bringing the ball down the court, giving it to 20, Cooper Madsen, looking for someone open to pass to. Jared McGregor, the one to open again. Number 24, Josh Jackson of Lone Peak stealing the ball. Number 5, Noah Smith shooting the wide open 3. It's no good though. Westlake gets the rebound on the fast break. Trey Christensen shoots it and it's good. Score 48-43. Thunder still ahead. 3 minutes left in the period. Lone Peak with the ball. Good ball movement again. Staying outside of the three-point line though. Nothing inside. Westlake playing good defense. Not letting anything inside. Lone Peak shooting a tough 3. It's no good. Westlake rebound. Running down the court is Jared McGregor. Passing it back to Cooper Madsen. Chucks the ball out of bounds. Lone Peak ball. Substitution, Hayden Fury back in for Cooper. And number 2, Hanneman into the game. Number 30, Corbin Zentner, bringing the ball down the court. Seems having to restart something here. Number 24, Josh Jackson inbounding the ball. Lone Peak losing a little bit of control, but picking it back up. Bringing up the pace, number 24. Shoots, but our own Westlake 24, Hayden Fury, gets the rebound. Jared McGregor passing it to Drake at the top of the key. Drake backing his man down. Looking for an open shot. Sees nothing and passes it out to the 3. Number 2, Trey Christensen shooting the 3. It was no good. Lone Peak, number 2, Hunter Hanneman with the foul. That's 4 fouls for Lone Peak now and 1 for Thunder. Score 48-43 with 2 minutes 6 seconds left. Oh, a monster slam by Trey Christensen. Got the crowd wild for that one. Lone Peak's crowd with no emotion right now for Westlake is really picking it up. Lone Peak with a layup. Number 2, Hunter Hanneman, the one who just fouled. Number 4, Drake dribbling the ball down the court, looking for some more momentum just to send Westlake far in the lead. Number 1, Jared McGregor, slowing it down, taking it back to the logo. Hayden Fury passes it to Drake in the paint and makes the layup. It's good. Score 52-45. Thunder getting a healthy lead again. Number 30, Corbin Zentner with a tough 3 pull-up jumper. Drake giving it back to Jared McGregor, slowing it down at the logo once again. Giving it to Hayden Fury. Second time in a row they've done this. Trey Christensen passing it back to Jared. Jared driving into the lane, does a pull-up jumper. It's no good. Lone Peak rebound. Number 30, Corbin Zentner gets fouled on the way to the hoop.
Westlake's first team foul. Correction, second. Did you know that Drew Brees went to Westlake?
But wasn't this Westlake?
It wasn't this Westlake. But he went to Westlake.
That's still a cool fact, though.
So you can tell people that you were an alum of Westlake, and you can tell people that Drew Brees went to Westlake.
You know who Nick Foles is?
Yes, he went to Westlake as well.
Yeah, both of them amazing quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Season just ending with the New England Patriots winning the Super Bowl just last week.
First free throw up and good. But yeah, pretty disappointing Super Bowl, in my opinion.
A great defensive game, but not much going for the offense.
No.
Number 30 making his free throws. Corbin Zentner. Drake catches the inbound, slowing it down. Bringing the ball down the court. Lone Peak still playing tough defense, no longer in that full court press that they were in the first half. Westlake, Drake backing him down, pass it to the corner, gives it to Hayden Fury at the top of the key, driving in, goes for the tough layup and makes it. That's what type of athleticism Hayden Fury has, and that is why Utah picked him up. Westlake, number 5, Braden Fawcett with a rebound, giving it to Jared McGregor, trying to make something happen on the offensive end. As the clock winds down here, Westlake trying to look for something to happen. Makes the tough shot on the baseline to end the quarter. Score 56-50, Thunder in the lead.
Was that a quarter or what? The last minute, oh my goodness, was that a blast.
Thunder making more of a comeback, scoring more than they did in the second quarter, shutting down the Knights, who were playing a full court press, no longer doing that. Almost a hindrance to them because they're not getting it done on defense. While Thunder keeps up the pressure on their own defensive end.
This is a slow relay race. On your mark. Get set. Go!
Thank you again for tuning in to the live stream. Crowd not showing as much enthusiasm for this half, for this break as the rest of the game. And it is noticeable why they're not.
Seems to be some sort of a winter clothes relay race.
I was personally concerned when I saw clothes on the floor. I didn't know what to expect. Because I mean we're live, so I mean, yeah.
At the end of the quarter now, about to start the fourth and final period. This is what the whole game comes down to. Cole taking the lead on this quarter.
You know, games are won in the fourth quarter, you know? Wise man once said that.
It all comes down to this final and fourth quarter.
Yes, it does. 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes to decide what you're truly made of. Westlake moving right to left on your dial here. Austin White taking it in. Trying to step up play. Gets it to the right corner there. Jared McGregor passes it inbound to Cooper Madsen, trying to find someone who's on the baseline. Stolen, gets it back. Lone Peak gets leveled by Cooper Madsen.
Totally.
Easily has a 30-pound advantage on him, and he hit the deck.
Cooper Madsen totally bodying him. A very hard foul.
Hope he's all right, and I hope we have a concussion protocol here right now.
Hitting the hard ground.
That was Zentner taking the hit there for Lone Peak. Sean Haskett, Lone Peak taking the ball down. Smithson taking the ball, trying to set something up. Lone Peak's number 2, Hunter Hanneman. Has it at the right wing there. Trying to set up a pick there. Westlake reading easily. Madsen there with good coverage. Gets it inbound. Pollard, pass deflected, and bobbled around, and Westlake recovery. Fouled from behind by Lone Peak's number 40, Cameron Brinhall. Lone Peak's 15th foul here of the half. Great defense there by Westlake, disrupting all the plays that they were calling and forcing a turnover and then a foul.
Lone Peak seems to be back in that full court press that was helping them so much in that second quarter.
Allen gets it down to Madsen. Alley-oop to Christensen. Oh my goodness!
That was beautiful, folks. What a dunk.
Pace, keep up, and he's fouled. Offensive foul. Correction, traveling, called Westlake ball. And is this crowd hyped? Oh my goodness, you had to be here to see it.
An explosive play.
Live stream, I guess.
That's true. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Thundervision.
White, Christensen, Allen, Matson, and McGregor, the personnel here for Westlake. Gets an inbound to Matson, puts up a shot, deflected, and no good. Pollard on the rebound there. Taking it down the floor. Quickening the pace here, gets it down to the left corner, passes it back out to Pollard. He gets it out to Smithson, trying to reset. Pollard making a move, driving inside, spinning, gets it back out to the left side. Shot up and 3-point good by number 40, Cameron Brimhall there. Nice bit of passing there. And Pollard was able to create space there by driving inside and then pass it out to the open man. Great piece of offense there.
I just can't get over that monster dunk that Westlake had a second ago.
Matson taking the open three. Got it! Cooper Matson.
Amazing offensive plays right now by Westlake.
Westlake leads 61-53 with 6 minutes left to go in the ballgame.
Westlake with a nice, healthy lead.
Getting it inbound to Brimhall in the paint and shot up and good. Really good way to silence that crowd. There's the motion, or the momentum, correction, was riding high.
Crandall, that there's technical issues with the scoreboard.
White driving inside and fouled. No shot.
They say that there's technical issues.
It'll be the night's 16th foul of the half.
Apparently there's some technical issues with the scoreboard right now. The score right now, 61-55. Thunder in the lead with 5 minutes 51 remaining in the game.
White to inbound underneath the hoop. Gets it inside to Christensen, who is not able to handle the ball, and Pollard driving down the Knights offense with numbers. Smithson with a pull-up three, no good. Brimhall there to put it back in, and the Knights are back in it. Down by just 4 now, 61-57 is our score here. Lone Peak no longer full court pressing. Matson another three at the top of the key. Got it!
That's 2 in a row for threes from him. Having a monster night.
You don't see that the big guys, you know, shooting the three, but when you have someone like Matson who can pull up really from anywhere and make that shot, that's a deadly combination of size and accuracy. Block foul called against Westlake down at the baseline. Westlake's number 4, Drake Allen, on the foul. That'll be Westlake's 4th team foul of the half. This has been a much more clean half than its prior half.
Both teams playing good basketball right now, scoring the ball and playing good defense. Less sloppy than the first half, but still a good game nonetheless.
That's inbound, no shot. Brimhall fouled. Was ruled a shooting foul, so Brimhall will go to the line shooting too. You know, this game is much closer than their last meeting. Earlier in the year, Westlake went to Lone Peak, was able to pull out a victory, winning 73-60. And you know, this game's been much tighter than that. You know, in the the previous 2 quarters, a lead hasn't been more than 8. Second shot, no good.
Westlake picking it back up on the offensive end, though.
Greger going back out, pass out to Allen, open 3 shot, no good. Rebound, Lone Peak, trying to control it, and Pollard is driving that Lone Peak offense down back the court. Shot to Brimhall, corner 3, got it. Timeout called by Westlake. With 4:38 left to go in the final quarter, the score is 64-61. We will be right back.
A very tight game here we have today. Very intense. Both teams playing their hearts out. Playing smart defense and smart offense right now. Westlake still on top, but the Knights are closing the gap. Crowd loving it right now into the game. Welcome back after that short timeout. Score 64-61. Thunder still in the lead with 4 minutes 38 left in the game. Thunder to inbound the ball.
Thunder inbound.
Offense is set. Both teams ready. Christensen inbounds to White. Westlake moving right to left on the dial here. Christensen getting it to Madsen at the top of the key. Looking for an inside man. Gets it out to the right to McGregor. Still looking for someone. Drives it in. Getting it onto the baseline to Christensen. Who gets it up and no good. Heavily contested there by Lone Peak and Pollard. Able to take the ball and start up another offensive drive. Get out to Smithson. Goes around. Zentner back in the game. Takes it up around half court and they will reset. Zentner, top the key, driving in on the left side, getting it back out. Jackson trying to find an open man. Smithson resetting yet again. Now, mind you, there is no shot clock here in high school basketball. Smithson takes the three, pull up, no good. Rebound recovered by Jackson, but stolen immediately by Cooper Madsen, and Westlake will regain control, leading by 3.
Nice defense plays by Westlake.
McGregor on the right wing looking for someone. Double team there, gets it out to Christensen, who gets it to Madsen. Top of the key again, 3 for 3 in this fourth quarter on three-point attempts.
That is what we like to see here.
By Lone Peak, and this crowd is alive. 67-61 with 3:18 left to go in the game.
The crowd loving what they're seeing here. Lots of big shots being made, and also remember that dunk. Just a beautiful scoring half for the Thunder, picking it back up after a more tight first half against the Knights.
And you know, it's interesting that Lone Peak called timeout not 20 seconds after a timeout was called by Lone Peak. Really got to find a way to contain this offense because this Westlake offense is just alive right now.
Alive with the offense is the crowd loving the game right now. The whole crowd on their feet for the Westlake end.
Lone Peak's number 24, Josh Jackson inbound. White showed full court. He will back off. Zender takes it down, passes it back to Pollard, who gets it back. Smithson at the top left of the key, gets it to Brimhall. Jumper up and good.
Lone Peak breaking down the offense a little.
I was planning on it later. I was planning on doing that later.
McGregor gets it baseline to Christensen, who gets the layup up and good. Westlake maintaining that 6-point lead here. Lone Peak coming back on the attack. Pollard makes an inside move, and White is called for the foul after he tripped and then proceeded to trip Pollard in the lane.
Remember, folks, after the game, there will be a player and coach interview.
Westlake 16 foul. Center to inbound underneath the hoop. There's it up top, bobbled and recovered by McGregor. 3v1 right now from behind pressure. Madsen looking for the open man, and Westlake just trying to reset right now. Austin contains, drives the lane, find the open hole, and shot gets the fall, and one.
That was one lucky bounce.
What a move there.
That's just how the shot falls here at Westlake with the lucky bounce.
Stadium falls silent. His White shot is up and good. 72-63 with 2:20 left to go in the ball game. Lone Peak going for a more hurry-up approach. Gets it inside to Brimhall. Double fake and no good. Recovered by Christensen. White slowing the pace. Gets the match in the corner and foul called on the floor against Westlake.
A nice shot but it's no good because a foul was called just before that. Crowd loving it because it was from downtown, further than what an NBA 3 would have looked like.
And for the Thunder, number 24, Hayden Fury.
Hayden Fury back in the game, the one we mentioned earlier who was the multi-sport athlete going to Utah.
Zentner taking the offense down court. Keeps infield, used to football. Jackson with the corner three. Left wing, no good. Covered by Westlake. Drake Allen taking the offense on the field, passes it to McGregor.
Trying to slow this offense down.
Westlake offense just passing the ball around, trying to avoid the foul and burn time as well. McGregor dribbling around. Gets it to Madsen in the corner. Gets it back to McGregor up top, and this is just basically a game of keep away right now. Allen fouled hard by number 30, Zentner. Westlake did manage to burn a lot of time before that foul, as there was only 1:24 left to go in our ball game here.
Westlake with 7 fouls, Knights with 8.
Both teams in the bonus, so this will be a 1-and-1 situation.
Score 72-63. Thunder still in the lead with 1:24 left in the game. Drake shooting the first shot. It's no good, so.
Covered by Jackson, who gets it to Zentner. Number 4 of Westlake, Drake Allen, putting full court pressure on. Zentner takes it all the way to the hole and not able to get it, passes it back out. Smithson drives the lane. Layup up and no good. Put back almost there by Brimhall, but no good, and there's a foul called on the floor. Westlake's 8th team foul, and Brimhall will shoot a 1-on-1. Both teams have been really aggressive here in the second half in the paint. Brimhall's first shot.
And with aggression comes fouls. That's why we've been seeing a lot of free throws here recently. Gotta love to see a great game like this, both scoring and defensive-wise, with aggression on both sides.
Brimhall, second shot up and good. Able to hit both of his free throws. Our score remains 72-65. Foul against Lone Peak. Foul on them. Nope, foul on Westlake. There we go.
Almost like a hack-a-shack situation right now.
Hacky sack?
Hack-a-shack. It's an old NBA thing that used to happen where they would just try to foul the worst free throw shooter on their team, i.e. Shaq, one of the worst free throw shooters in the league.
Ah, I gotcha.
Thunder missing that again.
Madsen got the offensive rebound and was fouled immediately. I like that hacky Shaq. Because, yeah, I guess Shaq was regarded as one of the worst free throw shooters in NBA history. I still like hacky sack better personally, but we'll deal with hacky Shaq.
Thunder missing a lot of their free throws right now. Looking to pick it back up.
Still holding on to that 7-point lead with 1:06 left to go in the game. Really, Lone Peak's just trying to hope they miss their free throws and then get some offensive points.
And for Lone Peak, number 10, Haskell.
Low Peak, number 10, coming into the game.
Looks like there's a little bit of confusion between the score table and the men in stripes. But Madsen's first shot is up, and it is good.
It's another point for the Thunder. Score 73-65. Thunder in the lead. 1:06 left in the game.
Madsen's second shot up and gets it to fall. Clutch piece of shooting there by Madsen. He's able to drop out those free throws. 1 minute left to go in the ball game. Westlake, or Lone Peak moved the ball around quickly, trying to find the open man. Brimhall on the baseline, drives in, shot up and shot no good. Pushed out of bounds, Westlake ball. 52 seconds left to go in the game. It looks like Westlake has this game all but won.
Crowd loving what they see here right now, jumping up and down.
Inbound to McGregor. Full court press coming on hard to get it down the court to Fawcett. And he's fouled by number 40, Brimhall. And that puts Westlake in the double bonus, so Fawcett will shoot 2. 45 seconds left to go in the game. Westlake leads by 9.
Guaranteed to shoot 2. Shooting the first one. Goes in.
Fawcett's second shot up, rattles in and out, no good. Ball pushed out of bounds. Westlake ball.
Thunder scores 75, Knights 65. Thunder up 10 with 45 seconds left in the game. Looking to be a close one in the first half, but not very close during the second.
Allen inbounded, gets to Fawcett in the corner. Dribbles it out and assists another game of keep away. Pollard fouls McGregor. And more free throws.
Lone Peak trying to foul just to get the ball back, hoping for a miss and a rebound or a make and a way to take it back.
My dad's being, you know, he's like pestering me to get a picture of me with the headset on watching this. Gets the first one to fall, second shot up and good. Great piece of free throw shooting over McGregor. One Peak offense taking back down the court. Pollard. Trevian shot up. Offensive foul called against Pollard. Westlake ball.
That's his fourth. And for the Thunder, number 11, Parker Nelson.
McGregor out of the game. 11, Parker Nelson in for the Thunder. Gets it to Papke in the corner, who also just checked in. Allen wide open in the corner and won't shoot it.
Trying to just
Here
run out the
ensues
clock.
the game of keep away as they just try to burn off the last 15 seconds of the clock.
Westlake running out the clock, seeming to be successful. 10 seconds left in the game.
And that is it, folks. Clock reads 0, and our final score here tonight at Westlake home court is Westlake 77 and Lone Peak 65. Cameron, what were your thoughts on that game?
I thought it was a very intense game, especially at the start when they were playing very good defense by both teams and scoring a lot. The aggressiveness of both teams was very high throughout the whole game, especially Westlake with that monster dunk in the third quarter.
Talking. Listen to what me and Cole have to say. Feels very good now on my legs.
What questions are we going to ask?
That's a good question. Hey, you got any suggestions on questions we should ask the coach and the player? Oh, what? Turn off the audio. We apologize for the past issues that we had with our mics. We will be back in just a few moments with interviews with some players and the coach. So stay tuned.
start?
Mics are not on. Tell us when we're good.
You're good.
All right. An invigorating game tonight, Thunder versus the Knights. It was a good game. The Knights keeping up most of the time, but Thunder coming out with the victory with 77 points against 65. What are your thoughts?
I thought it was a great game overall. You saw the aggressiveness of both teams, and really quickening the pace towards the end of the game when they needed to. But overall, it was just a physical game that was won in the trenches, and also at the charity stripe. So great game on either team, and I thought it was just a fun game to watch.
Oh, definitely. Both teams being extremely aggressive, putting in a lot of work, fouling a lot too. But no matter, Westlake winning.
Absolutely.
That's what we like to see here at Westlake. W's in the name.
The basketball team really picking up the slack of, they're having a great season so far. So great to see, the environment. You can feel it around the school.
For sure.
And you saw it in the crowds. It's just a great environment. Crowd was cheering, keeping that team alive. So it was just a great game to watch and a great game to be at.
Having a player and a coach coming in here soon. Coach Crandall and Cooper, the big man.
Carling. Coach Carling.
I thought Coach Crandall was the one that is coming.
I was told Carling. Anyway, let's roll that replay that we have. No.
Never mind. Oh, yes, replay.
Yes, replay.
There's a replay for you.
All right, you want to break this down for me, Cameron?
So here on the inbound pass, looking for a man open, passes it with a monster dunk. That's what we like to see. Getting a man open right off the inbound pass and getting that monster slam. Here it is again. The man open in the paint, slamming it down.
Split the two defenders right there. Inbound passer was able to see him right there and just found the open pass and was able to, it was just, you had to be there to truly experience how it went.
The crowd going wild after that dunk, because that was one of the only dunks by Westlake tonight. Just seeing the crowd erupt and stand on their feet. Man, it's a sight to see here at Westlake.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, the crowd, bringing that back. The crowd was a huge factor tonight in keeping that momentum and the energy in Westlake's favor to propel them towards the end of the game where they could, use that to their advantage and end up, pull out the victory.
Yes, for sure. Having another replay here, I assume? After this rebound by Westlake on the fast break, a nice take by Westlake. All it took was one man driving the lane and shooting the layup, and that's 2 easy points for Westlake. It's things like that that got us the win tonight.
Yeah, for sure. And Trey Christensen's just a highlight machine. You saw both of those were of him. And, was able to take it coast to coast and just able to lay it up, regardless of how many defenders were on him at the time.
Something Westlake's very good at is transition. Being good on fast breaks, good on whatever they need.
Yeah, for sure. They were able to, even though they got scored on right there, they were able to get the pass in quickly, get it down the court, and lay it up and in.
One thing that I was fairly interested in was Lone Peak's defense, playing a lot of full court press during the game, but also laying off and kind of playing man for a bit. It was almost interesting to watch them switch, being in a desperation mode, trying to see what works better. And in my opinion, that full court press worked a lot, but it ended up not being in favor for Lone Peak with Westlake winning.
Yeah, for sure. You could tell it, it wore him out early, a lot of the game, and sorry about that. But yeah, you could tell that the full court press really took Westlake by surprise early on in the game. But Westlake was able to adapt to that, and then, as you mentioned, Lone Peak did switch up their defensive schemes, and Westlake just did a really good job of adjusting their game plan towards that in the game. So just a great, an overall coaching job done by Westlake, as well as the players were able to make that extra pass regardless of what the defense was throwing at them, and pull out the win.
Exactly. So here we have even more replays here to give you. What is the situation next? Oh, never mind. We just have the two replays. Let's take a look at this one anyway, since we only got to see it once. A beautiful take. Highlight machine, one could say.
Yeah. Highlight machine of 2 highlights.
Yeah. Well, the 2 that we got.
Exactly.
Don't forget to watch the highlights this Friday on Thunder Vision. I assume was filmed by the one and only Cole Black here at Westlake. Well, we have highlight making machines here at Westlake, but Cole Black is the one that makes him into a beauty here on Thunder Vision.
Exactly. Again, we'd like to thank Thunder Vision for putting on this whole live stream. Thank you all for tuning into this. We will have coach interviews coming up as well as some player interviews, so stay tuned for that. But once again, thank you to not only Thunder Vision itself, but the whole broadcasting team that was able to make this possible. You know, whether you're in the booth or manning the cameras, thank you guys so much for bringing this opportunity.
Amazing.
Yeah. Westlake looking to keep up their hot streak now as they will go on the road next against American Fork, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just rack my brain here to see if I can remember it correctly. Ah, yes. Their next game is at American Fork on the 12th of February, so make sure you are there to support our Thunder in all of their games.
I do not believe we will be broadcasting that because we mainly broadcast just the home games, but I'd love to see you there in the crowd. Don't forget Westlake, always stay true to the blue.
Exactly. Do you know why that's our theme? Or like our slogan this year, by chance? True to the blue.
I would not know the information on that. Would you enlighten us? No, never mind.
I don't know.
No one can enlighten us.
I feel like they could have done better, but
yeah. Well.
Oh well. Great game. Lone Peak. They played a great game. Shout out to them. And it was just a great overall game to watch. You know, Lone Peak will. Let me just rack my brain here one more time. See if I can remember correctly.
Remembering.
Yes.
The one way we can.
Westlake will travel on the road to Bingham. Just kidding, that was their previous game. They will go back home to face off against Pleasant Grove, one of the top teams in the state, and actually defeated Westlake earlier
this week.
In the season, this week.
Yeah. I was there commentating that game. Don't forget, always stay tuned. Look out for our live streams. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, this may seem odd, but here's a request. May Keaton Hales come up to the booth. Come on up here, Keaton.
Make some room for you.
Where do you want me, huh?
No, just
right there
stand in the middle.
There you
You're the man of the moment, Keaton.
On the man of the hour?
Yeah, you are the man of the hour. So this is Keaton Hales, the one and only redhead newsie we got here.
Yeah.
He is pretty much the technical director. Not pretty much.
No, Aiden's the technical director.
Okay, well he's the brains of the operation, and then Aiden just does stuff.
Yeah.
But this is Keaton. He's pretty much
the
wizard
I'm
out
the
here.
whole reason this live stream is going horribly tonight.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
No.
Definitely not our fault.
You don't know the half of it.
I don't. I'm sure it was pretty all right at best.
Just,
at least.
well, I mean, us just kind of talking.
Huh? What are you signaling me for? Huh?
Just Keaton talk.
Oh, just me talk? What do you want me to talk about? I mean, it was a great game tonight. We had some great dunks. I wish I could have grabbed some more replays for you guys, but the computer just couldn't take it. Like, it was. We'll be live streaming a lot more now since we have this gorgeous desk that Wesley built for us. We spent like a year in the making, and it's still not done. I mean, we got this trim on this side over here, and some trim in the other places. You're going to see lots of improvements over this desk over time. Do you want me to keep going?
No, just talk your mind out, Keaton. Because you're the man.
Other things to talk about.
You're the man who's always behind the camera doing all the magical stuff while we're out here just talking our hearts off. Might as well let you talk a little bit too, get some of the limelight.
All right, Keaton, so tell me something. Although you weren't there in the gym, watching the game in person, what was it still like here in the broadcast room watching the game through the broadcast?
It was interesting. I mean, we only get to see however many angles that the cameras have. So I think tonight we had 2 cameras. We had planned on 4 total, but we only got 2 operational tonight. 1 wide camera and 1 zoom. But it was interesting because we were constantly trying to make the cameras look the same when we switched back and forth, so that experience is not so jarring when we switch. We also had some technical difficulties of the cameras flashing. We still don't know why that's happening. Ideas, let us know.
Yeah, anybody, if you're actually watching, tips is what we need, and tips is what we'll take.
Yep.
And if you are prone to seizures, we apologize.
Epilepsy is something you're going to have to stay away from us if you have that.
Hopefully not. Hopefully we can get that fixed pretty soon. How far away are our coaches here? Are they coming tonight?
We told them. Well,
Do we have someone running to go get them?
We do have someone running to go get them.
we
Okay.
do have someone coming to go get them. Now,
Thank you,
Aiden.
Technical Director Aiden.
Aiden,
Who's
it's
right
your
now
turn to
floor
come on up here. We got Keaton up here. Now we need our man, Aiden. Jonathan Toulis coming out of the back, ready to
To floor direct.
floor direct.
All right, here you go, Aiden. I'm going to go make sure everything's running smoothly.
That was Keaton Hales, and here is Aiden. Hello. Now, this is the man who we stole from, who bought us pizza.
Oh my gosh.
And then we bought more pizza without telling him.
They used my credit card to buy food from me, and I wasn't expecting that. So we actually have Coach Carling and I don't know if the other player is here, but we have them in the studio right now. We're gonna have them come on out.
Come on
Coach.
back.
Coach.
I'll go get him. Oh, yeah, there he is.
Aiden Walsh, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Evening, Coach. I assume you're doing well?
Yeah, feeling great. That was a lot of fun. Proud of our guys. It's just a great accomplishment.
So tell me about, like, you know, the overall emotion of the game, just throughout the game, how you were feeling about your team.
Well, it felt really good to get a lead early. That's something in region we struggled to do. We've gotten behind early in a lot of games and had to fight and claw and get back in it. So it was nice to be on the other side of that. Once I think we got up 8, and they came back. You know, we expected it. They're a good team, and but then it's a game of runs, so then we made the next run, and it was great.
Yeah, exactly. And as you mentioned, Lone Peak, they're a phenomenal team. They're always there in Utah. They're considered one of the best in the state. So how did you prepare for this team the second time around after you had won at their house?
Yeah, sometimes it's a challenge. You get one win, so you don't want the guys to be complacent. You don't want them to think that you just got to show up and you're going to get the same result. So, and we challenged them. We watched some film and saw some things we needed to improve on, and so try to get them to focus on some of the things they maybe didn't do well, and give them something to think about. And I thought you could sense a different level of confidence. They expected to win. Going over there, I think we hoped we could win, but today there was just an extra confidence because they knew they'd done it once and they felt like they could do it again.
So one question we were told to ask you, it's more of a harder question you could think.
We have replays.
Oh, we'll have more replays in a minute. But so here's a question we were told to ask. The future of our team here at Westlake, having our varsity be mainly seniors with, I think it was 3 juniors and 1 sophomore. What's the future looking like with such a high age core?
Yeah, a great question, because we had a luxury this year of having a lot of guys returning that had played in varsity. That's a great luxury as a coach. I've really appreciated that. But next year, we only have 3 juniors in the program, and they're going to have to learn on the go for sure, because they're going to come in without the experience. But to their credit, we've played now 6 region games, and they've won 4 games in the JV level, and they've beat every team once in our region. They beat Lone Peak today, and so we're expecting great things. And one thing about basketball, and you see Lone Peak's a great example of tradition. We're starting to build a little bit of a tradition, and where guys, they come in, they see how it's done by the team before them, and they just continue that. And so we expect them to just pick up right where they left off.
Thank you. So,
Awesome.
any final comments on the game? Things you want to see coming in our next few games?
Well, just a shout out to Cooper Madsen. You know that the kids worked so hard over the last 5 months. Had an ACL injury, and at the time we thought his year would be lost. And for him to not only come back and play, but to play at the level, I mean, 22 points tonight, to play at that level, and at the fourth quarter, just a great accomplishment. And so I'm so proud of him, and it was so fun to see him have that moment that we thought would probably never happen. But he worked so hard, and he kept his mind engaged when his body couldn't. And so he was in that moment, even though his body wasn't quite ready yet. But it was really fun to see that, and our team has really risen because of his return.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for coming on today.
Yeah, if I can say one more thing, that crowd was incredible.
It was.
For sure.
We were talking about it a bit right before you came in here. The crowd of that dunk just going wild. Here's a replay we have here of that dunk.
Yeah, they really struggled to guard that out of bounds play. We got them a couple times at their place, and you could tell they adjusted to it. Their coach was hollering, "Pick him up," but we got through. That was fun.
Was that a play you designed? Did you have Trey come in off and then go into the paint?
That's by design, because they're kind of unique the way they guard out of bounds. They put 4 guys on the baseline. So we wanted those 2 guys to pick up the first 2 and kind of create a parting in the sea there.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Coach Carling, for your time. Great win tonight, and good luck in the future.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for all your time.
Yes, thank you. I'll take that
Ladies
from
and
you.
gentlemen.
See you next time on Thunder Vision Live.
Yes. So are we going to have